Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin, I'm a geek, you're watching Kevin the Geek, and we're back for a little bit more of Chewin The Fat. This is series 1, it is episode number 4. Let's get into it.
You done the potatoes?
Aye, totties are ready, aye.
Good, let's have a look. No, that's not going to do. There's still wee nicks of skin left in them, look.
So?
So that'll no do. This party that are coming in are inspectors for the tax office. I've catered this do for 12 years. Let me tell you something. If there's something I've learned about tax inspectors, it is that they're finicky.
How do you mean?
They feel honour bound to pick holes in things, pull you up for the slightest wrong detail.
You pulled up before, aye?
Aye, the first year. I've been really careful since then. See, let me explain something. Although it's no haute cuisine we're doing here, for these inspector guys, everything has to be perfect. So if it's salmon mousse you're making, it can't be wobbly, it's got to be firm. Right? If it's an omelette you're making, it can't be runny in the middle and all brown and burnt on the outside. Anyway, they're all having prawn mari rose for starters, eh? How many have you put out?
26.
Right, they'll be here in a couple of minutes. So, we'll both start in the middle and work our way out to either end. Okay?
Oh! Oh, you dirty animals! Chewin The Fat.
Oh, hi there.
Hi.
there.
What are you doing?
I am pruning this lemon tree, fella.
Oh yeah, it looks as if it needs a prune right enough. Oh here, did I tell you those two girls have moved in next door?
Noted. That's why I'm pruning this lemon tree.
Don't see the connection.
Well, I went down the Chinese garden centre to buy this. Because how cool is this going to be? When we invite those ladies round here for a, you know, an evening cool one, little freshener, how cool is it going to be when I just pluck one of these lemons off the tree for the drinks?
Oh yeah, and then we go over to the bar, slice the lemons up, put it in the gins. See, that's the sign of a bad party. When you go and they don't have any fruit, any lemons to put in the drink. Perfect.
True.
And everybody knows the ladies love flora, fauna, plants, bushes and shrubbery.
That's fantastic. Well, get this. I've made a list of other things that we need, right, to attract women in here.
Let's see it.
Right.
It's all
get a
gonna be
load of
good.
this.
Okay. Whoa, it says at the bottom of this list, £7,500.
Well, that's what we're going to need to put the place straight.
Okay, mind if I do a little bit of pruning?
Okay, fire away.
Waterbeds, we don't really...
Waterbeds are great, though.
Oh, yeah.
Sex and love.
No question they're great, but we can't afford them.
Okay.
What about mood lighting?
Now, you need mood lighting. That's important. The women come in here, you get the remote control, you put the mood lighting down. Oh, sweet.
But could we not do with a dimmer switch out of the B&Q? How much would that cost?
I don't know, 12 quid?
Saving.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Digital stereo.
A digital stereo. See, that's where it's at. The music's got to be right. If you get people in here that's a real crappy thing, that's no good. You've got to have the good music. Dum, 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 dum. Sexy love.
I've got a 70s tape recorder through there that would serve the purpose. I know it's the size of a suitcase, but needs must.
Right.
Yep.
What's this?
Laughing boys.
What does that mean?
You don't know what laughing boys are?
No.
Right. What we do is we get 6 actors, right, to come here and sit here while the women are here. Every time you make a crack or make a statement, they howl with laughter, right? And that impresses the chicks, you see?
Fantastic, but it's 100 quid a skull times 6. Too much.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
There's nothing on that list we can afford, Ford.
Yeah. Only get the lemon tree.
That's all we got, the lemon tree.
Right.
What are you doing?
Grab a cushion. We waft the scent from the lemons, right, into the landing. They smell it and they come in.
Genius!
Come on. Come on, ladies. Smell those lemons.
Yeah. 'Cause that's what ladies want, the smell of lemons.
17 black.
Ding diddling ding 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 diddling ding 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 diddling ding 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 ding
Do you mind
diddling
if I just squeeze in there?
Oh, certainly.
Sorry, mate. Sorry. Right, I'll have 50,000 on 14.
50,000 on 14. $26 black.
Oh, dear.
Damn it.
Bad luck, Mr.
Bond, James Bond. Well, you win some and you lose some. I'll have another 10,000 on 9, please.
10,000 on 9.
And you are?
I am the Countess Bonnie Clitor.
All right. You're just a wee thing.
Red 14.
Bastard, I had 14 on that last one now.
You're not having much luck, Mr. Bond.
Oh, well, perhaps you'd like to bet for me, Miss Bonnie Clitor.
I like to bet on 00.
Well, I like to bet on 7. We'll have 50,000 on 00, and just to keep it interesting, we'll have another 50,000 on 7.
1,000 on 00.
Yep.
On 7.
Come on, 007.
26 black.
Oh, Jesus, what?
Mr. Bond, I feel I am so responsible.
Yeah, well, you are, bloody 00. Stupid bitch, eh?
Perhaps you'd like to try a bet with mine.
Well, that's fair dues, actually, because you owe me 50 grand from that last spin now. Right, we'll have another 50,000 on 7 now.
50,000 on 7.
Come on. Number 7.
For
Come on,
God's sake, 7, come on.
14 red.
Oh,
come on.
14 again with the 14. I don't believe it.
Perhaps
Oh,
the-
shut up. Down about 160 grand here in the first 3 minutes. A bag of pish.
That's gambling for you.
You sitting all alone there? Are you feeling blue? Are you feeling lonely? Well, don't. You don't have to. Why? Call some friends, because fun is right here at the end of your fingertips. Call 0811 121 000 for 24-hour fantastic phone fun. If you're looking for a date, you can talk one-on-one instantly. We've got girls for guys, girls for girls, and even mixed doubles. So call, chat and chug on
Chat,
0811
chug.
121
Chug, chug, chug.
Hello, sir. Good evening. It's lovely out tonight, isn't it?
Aye, it is, aye.
Where's
You were in
David?
last night, weren't you?
Yep.
Buying pita breads, eh? I remember. Pita breads and onions and tomatoes and some green chilies. And I couldn't help noticing you bought some chicken for next door as well. You making a curry, were you?
Yeah, I was, yeah.
The piazza, was it? Thought so. Hope you'd turmeric in.
Yeah, I did, aye.
And that's good because I remember thinking, I hope he's got turmeric in. He'll be needing turmeric. Oh, I love a curry myself. I don't get the chance now to make them very often, though. Don't even get the chance to go to an Indian restaurant, you know. Stuck in here every day on my own. Not buying wine tonight, sir?
Sorry?
I couldn't help noticing you bought a bottle of white last night. Entertaining, were you?
Well, as a matter of fact, I was cooking for my girlfriend.
First time you cooked for her, was it?
Aye, it was, aye.
Thought so. That's great, that, having the new girlfriend round, cooking for her, and getting to know her. Can I tell you the last time I had a fella stuck in here on my own day after day? So what's the story of the night then? Did you make too much tapazia, did you? Think you come in and buy some pita breads and just take him home and finish it all off, eh?
Aye, something like that.
You on your own tonight then?
Mm-hmm.
Well, be ashamed to waste all that food. And as I say, I love a curry.
Do
I'm
ya?
off in half an hour. Why don't I get a couple of individual trifles and come round to yours and I'll help you finish it, eh? What do you say to that?
Can I just pay for the pita bread?
Certainly. It's 89 pence, please. Thank you. That's a loving change. There you are. What about maybe a wee cup of tea later? Your girlfriend will not be around forever. Then where'll you be?
That character, was that maybe like the inspiration for Isa? It felt like a very Isa-like character. Which, thinking of that, obviously that lassie, she's been pretty much all the way through doing so many different characters in this. Is there a reason that she didn't go along and do a character in Still Game? Because I find it interesting. I don't know if there was maybe a fallout or something, or they just didn't want to do something with her. I don't know. But obviously she's in this, at least, the first series anyway. Yeah, I just find it interesting that they brought a number of different people that they did the sketches with into Still Game when they eventually created that, but they didn't seem to bring her. Let me know.
Lindsay, I think you're lovely, and I would really like to get with you. Nah. Lindsay, you've got a great body. I'd really like to, make love. Oh,
What name is Onzi?
Lindsay, I was thinking there, do you like the dancing? So I like the dancing. Do you want to go to the dancing and then Go for a curry or something like that?
Another curry.
It's too heavy.
Charlie, phone for you.
Who is it?
Don't know, some bud.
Oh, yeah, Lindsay.
What?
Fancy going for a curry tonight?
So that's Onzi.
Phil Rogers has an impressive CV.
Oh,
2 years senior editor at cult magazine Splot, before moving on to revitalize ailing comic The Bimbo in less than 8 months. Now Phil reckons he has met his biggest challenge yet, becoming editor-in-chief of the children's comic book The Crackle.
ah,
In just 5 years, The Crackle's circulation has dropped dramatically from 3 million copies to just 250,000 per issue. It's Phil's job to turn it around, and needless to say, some of the artists are wary of the impending changes.
is that the flag that I think it is in the background? Is that like the Confederation's flag from like America that was to do with slavery and racism and stuff? Yeah, I have a feeling I might know where this may be going.
I started 29 years ago. Mr. McIntyre himself started me. He gave me the job. That's when he was still living, of course. And I created... I actually created Handy Ted. Originally, it was going to be called Fix It Fred, but, well, as fate would have it, you know, it turned out to be Handy Ted. And, hey! So, anyway, it's been the most popular character in the Crackle. In fact, he's been front page Ted for 900 issues. And for that single fact, I'm very proud. I really am. Very proud indeed.
Phil calls a meeting.
Right. First up, we're killing Handy Ted.
Hey! Oh, my! Oh, no, I didn't hear that. I did not hear that, eh?
Polly.
You're the killing Handy Ted!
Right. Can anybody tell me what is wrong with this?
Eddie's 11. There's nothing wrong with that.
Look at the manager. He's wearing flares, for Christ's sakes. And as for his teammates, look at their haircuts. They look like the Bay City Rollers. And Eddie Lyons, the star player, he's driving around in a car that looks like a Vauxhall Viva. And what's the storyline?
What's wrong with that?
Eddie can't play because he'd lost his boots. That could happen. Eddie would have a Nike sponsorship. There'd be 1,000 pair of boots in there. Changes, gentlemen. You don't like them, you know where the door is.
Fear has descended over the cartoonists. They struggle to come to terms with Phil's new modern image.
Well, I've got a few ideas. This one here is Peter's Pumpkin. Now, that's about a wee boy, Peter, and he befriends a magic pump. Garbage, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
A month later, the artists meet with Phil. It's make or break time, and tension is at an all-time high. For some of the artists know this is their last chance to save their jobs.
Ooh.
Right, Willie, you're up first. What you got?
Nettie on the internet. That's what I've come up with. Now, she's an orphan. She's got no mother or father, but anyway, she's been given this present of a computer for her birthday, you see.
I like it so far. I mean, go on.
Right, well, she travels about the internet. Like that.
Travels about?
Because you can see it all, you know, because she's in amongst it, you know, and she's got her internet chums, and she has adventures with them, and that's it.
Well, like innocent messenger or something.
How do you mean?
Really? Well, she flies. She can fly, you see. Flies in amongst the... It's a modern computer, you see. So it's got all the internets and all that sort of thing inside it.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you?
Nah.
Let me show you this. This is Peter's Magic Pumpkin. You know, there's a magicness about it.
Clear your desk out, mate. You're finished.
Let's go there.
The new edition of The Crackle hits the streets with all the new characters, but circulation figures are in freefall and an angry mob are baying for blood.
Uh-oh.
Now it's Phil's turn to feel the heat.
Whoa!
Next week in The Crackle,
Yeah, can you get me Willie? I want to talk to him about that pumpkin thing.
One of the most dangerous manoeuvres on the road is overtaking. Pay close attention to the idiot on the right, who without signalling pulls out directly into oncoming traffic. There he goes. Now anyone coming the other way has no chance. Luckily in this situation, no one was hurt, and the reckless miscreant is now being detained in Banff Abattoir.
Whoa, shit!
Charlie, listen to me.
What?
Charlie boy, just put the knife down.
What's it to you, Jimmy boy?
What's it to me? I just don't want to see you doing anything stupid. I want you to think about what you're up to.
What do you mean, what I'm up to?
Just gonna know.
Gonna know what?
Gonna know use that knife to spread Philadelphia on your bagel.
Jimmy boy, I'll spread Philadelphia with whatever knife I want to.
But that's a breed knife, Charlie.
Yeah.
Here, use this spreading knife.
I'm no wanting your spreading knife, Jimmy boy. I don't like spreading knives. I like breed knives.
You're gonna get Philadelphia all in it, Charlie.
Hey, I'll take care of it, right?
How?
I'll wash it. In the sink.
Well, that's all right then.
That was the most stupidest sketch so far in this show, quite possibly, but one of the better ones. The intensity that I don't like no spreading knife, I like the bread knife. That was not an attempt at Scottish accent. Do not hate me. Do not cancel me. No, I like that one. That was good.
Put that down. Have a look at that. See what you think.
Okay. Have you had this piece long?
No.
Right. Well, I should ask you if it's insured. Do you know if it's insured?
I don't know. I mean, we were in this woman's house, no painting and decorating. Me and my pal Willie, it's a guy I work with, good guy. And anyway, I said to the woman, you know, that's a nice thing, that. And she said that's a nice thing. Why don't you take it if you want it?
Well, this is actually a Bovan. Did you know that? It's dated late 19th century, and with the mark underneath here and the cutlasses above the tea clipper, you would be mistaken for thinking that it was a tea caddy without a...
Much.
Without a lid.
But much is it? Much is it worth?
If I can just draw your attention to the detail here. The
Yeah, how
children's
much?
faces, the mud on the cheeks.
Much.
And
much.
it's clean. It's a very clean vase.
Yeah, Tony.
Oh.
You know that vase you blagged for that woman's house?
Aye.
There's one there, man. Exactly the same.
Much.
350 spondoolies.
Now, I would say this vase was...
Aye, just gaze it.
It's, well,
Just
it's
gaze it.
worth-
Just take your hands
well,
on.
it's...
Look like you're going to break it. Wayne's faces with mud on it and all that. You're so piece, you tube.
Goodbye.
Bye. I'm kind of on his side a little bit. You know, when you go to these kind of things, you don't necessarily want to know the history about it, you know, because you're taking it there with the intention to think about maybe selling it, and you want to know how much it is. And I was actually at an Antiques Roadshow when I was a kid. I was ill, and I got taken, just I wasn't able to go to school. So we had the Antiques Roadshow come to my local town. We took some stuff from like my great grandma and things. And it's a long ass day. Honestly, the queues in the massive hall that there was. And there was like probably a good 50 stalls where people were doing the evaluations and everything like that. I mean, to be fair, you know, I learned some interesting stuff. Because we had this book which was... Think of like the Panini sticker albums where you get all the stickers for like football players, but this one was ones about like World War kind of battle cruisers and things, and there were like cigarette cards, and it was along the lines because my great granddad had like stuck them all into this book. This was from like the 50s, and apparently had it not been all stuck in and they were all loose, with having everything, it would have been probably worth in the ballpark of like £5,000. But because it stuck them in, it was basically worthless. So, like, by the end of it, you just like... So I've been queuing up for like 5 hours to basically be told this is worth nothing. Should have just told me it straight off, and then we could just go off. I don't need to know about the history of it if it's worthless.
Oh, James, I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh, Gary, at last. I was sitting here all on my Jack Jones and thought you were giving me a pure rubber.
It's the posh ones again.
Oh, you dancer. Oh, I was running a hint myself. Had to get a taxi.
Joseph came back.
Oh, the very same. What a hoot. Oh, and the taxi driver. Well, what a Glasgow man.
A Glasgow Jimmy.
Full of the banter, non-stop, sitting in the back there. I could hardly make a word out, but the ebb and flow of his phrasing was absolutely delightful.
Well, that's your taxi patter for you.
Aye, well, the general thrust of it was fit bar, the Rangers and the Celtic.
Ah, the Glasgow fit by, eh? The Blues versus the Greens. Tell me, Gary, which was he? A dandy Ranger or a battling Celtic?
Well, James, that I couldn't tell, but he was very, very nice indeed. At one point, he called me his honey.
No.
Oh, I tried to tip him, but he just threw it back and said, keep it, hon.
Ah, the famous taxi banter of the Glasgow Jimmy.
The main thing is that the script is cracking and everybody's bursting to get started, you know, and you can't ask
Oh!
for the next.
Hello there.
Hello.
Aye, I was just across there in Marks and Spencer's getting myself a sweater. I bumped my gudgeon. And I came out and I said, that's definitely him. I'll come across and say hello.
I'm sorry, mate.
Ronald Villiers.
Ronald Villiers, still nothing.
Would he come and pump?
Oh, you auditioned for us.
That's right.
Oh,
That's
smashing.
right.
That's
Aye,
great. That's
aye.
great. What is it you want? You want directions or something?
No, that's not the thing. You see, to let you understand, you see, my phone's out of order.
Right.
Now, if you've been calling me to maybe let me know how I get on,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to take that call because as I say, my phone's not working.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. Right. Why don't you give your agent a call? Yeah.
Right.
Give your agent a call and
No,
maybe.
if I could just interrupt you there a wee minute. See, if my agent's trying to phone me, this is the thing, he would need to send me a letter, which would take too long. See, he can't get through because my phone's not working. That's why I thought I'd come over and see how I got on.
Well, we're actually just heading back to the office.
Aye.
Yeah.
Well, you see, the thing is, you'll remember I was in for the James Woods things where I played the goon.
Oh yeah, the
And
thug. Yeah.
that line, who do you think you're talking to, you monkey? Remember?
Ronald, we're just heading back to the office now. Yeah, mate.
Do you want me to come with you and we'll get
No,
coffee?
no, it's You see, I don't have my sheet with me, my call
Right.
sheet, and it tells me who's got what and who's doing what.
Well,
so I can't say to you one way or the other, mate. I mean,
well, maybe this is the answer, right? Well, see, the thing is, I'm going to my pals this afternoon, friend of mine, between 12 and 2, and I'll be there, and you could give me a phone there, you know.
yeah, all right, I'll call you there.
You
Yeah.
don't know the number. Have you got a
Oh,
pen?
I could get it. I could get it off your agent.
Well, have you got a pen on you?
I don't, mate. I
Well,
don't.
I'll get you a pen.
No, listen, I'll get it off your agent, yeah? Is it Whitcomb and...
What, would you come and pump? Listen,
yeah.
Wait, why don't I do the line again?
No,
for
mate,
you?
there's no need
Who
for
do you
that.
think you're talking to, you monkey? Yeah, listen. Who do you think you're talking to, you monkey? You remember you said to David Menace? Who do you think you're talking to, you monkey?
He's growing on me.
Who do you think you're The number's 01 for... Who do you think you're talking to, you monkey?
He's definitely growing on me as a character. It took a while to warm up to him.
No, the plums.
Sorry.
Who do you think you're talking to, you monkey?
Yeah, it's a character that I didn't quite get him when we first started doing the reactions to Chewin The Fat. But he is growing on me. You know, and maybe I might have been the same actually with the Jack and Victor in the Still Game kind of precursor sketches. That if I hadn't seen Still Game first, I may not have kind of, I may not have got them initially. But yeah, Ronald Villiers is growing on me, and you know what? I wouldn't actually object now to seeing a show. Centered around him. Yeah, at first I was like, I don't get the appeal of this character, but he's grown on me.
Yeah, hold the plums there, mate. No, the plums. Might get a third one. Maybe even a nudge. Oh, bad luck, mate. Bad luck.
Have you got no money of your own to gamble with?
No, he's lost like 160 grand.
Okay, Betty, let's talk some more about the Barrowlands and VE Day.
Oh, God.
Very
It's her
peculiar
again.
memories, it has to be said. Perhaps we could share some more recollections.
Well, the thing that really sticks out in my mind is the bombings, you know, and or the blackouts and what have you.
Yes, the blackouts, Betty. Tell us about them.
Well, even the gas mantles and the clothes had to be put out. So when you heard the sirens, it was shoot with the lights and up with the black curtains, you know. But we weren't that bothered, because the blackouts were a lot of fun. Because, see, you didn't know who you were up to close with.
How do you mean up to close?
Well, you'd be up the close with some young fella getting hammered, and all you had to go on was the light at the end of your fag.
What about your husband Charlie during the war?
I was just glad that Charlie was away in Normandy. Because when the cat's away, you know, that's what my pal Rose used to say. I mind meeting this boy at a party now. He had managed to avoid the draft and I couldn't his horns.
His hands?
Aye, just fingers. See, they were too long and thick. They're like a big bunch of bananas. See, he couldn't pull the triggers on the rifles. But his fingers were perfect for pulling my trigger, if you know what I mean. I didn't know if I was coming or going.
Betty, I think if you're saying what I think you're saying, you better not go into that.
See, the thing was, I mind sitting next to this boy with the long fingers at a party that my mother had thrown for my sister. And suddenly all the sirens went off and the lights went out and we just got fired into each other. My dress was up and my drawers were down and that was it. I wouldn't miss out on that chance. But see, Rose was sitting next to him and also he starts giving her pelters too. Everybody thought we were screaming on account of the bombs.
That's fine, thank you.
Thing is, like, now I kind of like that sketch with her. But the thing is, like, if you were that radio producer or TV producer or whatever it is that he's doing, if you don't like the stories that she's selling, because we all know every single time it goes down the exact same avenue, and maybe that'll be a twist one day that she doesn't actually go down that route. But why would you keep going back to her? Surely there are other people you can go to and talk about the war with. To me, just a suggestion. Right, here we go. Jack and Victor time for Still Game.
She starts giving her pelters too. Everybody thought we were screaming on account of the bombs.
That's fine, thank you.
No. We didn't have any of these herpes simplex viruses or the AIDS or any of these venereal hybrids, no. See, when I was younger, you just used to get a big, fat, itchy, bleeding bobby. You know? All of that, and the one onion would blow up like a balloon. That was sore, you know. And it would be the umbrella shot. Right up the eye. Oh, hello.
Was that it? Where's Victor?
Hello? Hello there, it's Dr. Chambers here from the DSS. I'm here to reassess your claim for disability benefit.
Oh shit.
Right. Aye. Hold on.
Who is it?
It's the bloody DSS!
What do they want?
They've come here to assess what disability claim!
We're not claiming disability.
Aye, we are!
Hey,
I've been claiming it for 2 years. We get £60 a week between us. What are we gonna do? I can't go in prison. Mark's gonna take it.
just
He could literally see you through the
I want to
glass.
see them.
Right.
You can't come in. We're no well.
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to. I have to examine you both. Otherwise, you forfeit all your benefits automatically.
What?
What?
Look, it's a new policy. I don't make the rules.
Hold on.
He says we'll lose our benefits if we don't let him in the examiners.
Captain, we'll just have to let him in.
There's nothing wrong with us. We'll get done.
Well, what did you put down in the claim form?
Hey, you can walk, and I've got a permanent groin strain.
Right, come here.
Oh, is it?
Oh!
Stupid bitch! What'd you do that for?
Here, you do me. Come on.
Oh!
Right, let's go.
Leave her on the couch!
Come away in, Doctor.
Thanks very much. Right, Mr. Afsat. Oh.
After's next door, mate. 24B.
Serves you fucking right. If you claim disabilities unethically, you're going to get caught out eventually. Holy crap. Well, I mean, they're going to be disabled now, it seems.
Bear in mind, of course, that these are semi-precious gems, hence the price of £49.99.
What a disgusting bracelet.
Plus £3.95 post and package. Okay, now what we're going to look at next is something really special indeed. It's the ladies' tennis bracelet. 52 diamond air stones, all set in beautiful, lustrous 9-carat gold.
Richard.
Okay, who would you buy such a thing for? Well, maybe you would want to buy it for an anniversary present.
Nearly had you there, Richard.
Or indeed a birthday present or a graduation present. Now, that would
Nearly
be
had
nice.
ya.
No, you didn't see this earlier on in the programme, because this is the first time for the tennis bracelet on QSC at a price of £125.99 with an order number of 506209. Now, it's not, I'm not doing it any favours by draping it over the back of my stubby old hand. You really ought to see it on the beautiful Paula.
I'll get you before the break.
Sure. To please anyone indeed that you buy this thing for.
You know the girl that presents the makeup hour?
Truly lovely, I think you'll agree. Take one more look.
Her name's
at
Liz. Well, this
beautiful
morning she got a new contract, Richard.
tennis, bracelet. Call now if you want to order this thing, and this soon could be gracing the wrist of your
She's on £5 more than you.
bitch.
Oh!
How are the earrings? Let's have a look at them.
Oh! Who's at fault there? Because, like, if they came in and tried to say, oh, you're going to be fired because you said bitch live on the air, you're like, technically, it's, you know, the dude in the earpiece. Technically, it's his fault. That made me kind of say it, you know. If you were a producer and you had to fire one of them, which way would you go?
Later tonight, our season of Tartan Briefs continues with The Muthi.
The what? The Muthi?
Tartan Briefs. Honest, your ma Pesht could do a better job. Hey, your jumper's looking good. Your end-of-show jumper.
Yeah, it's very warm too. Yeah, yours is nice too.
Yeah, very Val Dunikish.
Yeah, very pericomo. Yeah. You know, I'm glad we didn't let those girls in.
Ah, me too.
I don't know what I would have said to them. What would have been your opener?
I would have probably started with something traditional and safe, like, all right, ladies.
All right, ladies.
You know where you stand with a phrase like that?
I don't like the sound of that. It's a bit non-PC.
Well, it's okay in an ironic sense.
I suppose so. All right, girls. All right, ladies.
What's ironic
You know what
about
I
it?
hate?
What's that?
I hate guys that make that phrase to other guys. You know, that actually say, all right, ladies.
So you're
to
sitting in
other
the
guys.
pub, you're with your friends, and a guy who comes in who's on the fringes of the friend gang and says, all right, ladies.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, ladies.
Ooh, and you feel a wee bit, it's a horrible thing to say to another human being. All right, lassies.
Others say, you want a drink? Girls. Like
Speaking
that.
of drinks, do you want to...
Well, I'm absolutely parched. I could go an Iron Brew or a cola or something like that.
Well, I'll go to the bar and get us a libation.
Good. There's a good girl.
Why?
Good night.
Godspeed. Diamonds are forever. They are all I need to please me. They can stimulate and tease me. They won't leave in the night. Have no fear. I stay
Bam! Oh,
You got your pieces? Cheese. You very get cheese, man. You're a big cheesehead. I'm a big cheesehead, man. Big cheesehead. I'm sick of it, but man. Well, who makes them up? Me.
okay. That was Series 1, Episode 4. And as I've kind of said last month, I think it was, the show is... It's progressing slowly. Now, you guys have obviously said that the sort of end of episode, you know, the sort of the couch talking bit does eventually kind of go away. And yeah, I would definitely say that is definitely still the weakest part of the show at this present moment in time. The sketches towards the start of this one, they were okay. But as the episode grew on, it did start finding its feet a little bit more. I think we've got some of the characters that we've seen that we're getting on a repeated basis. And yeah, it's definitely getting there. You know, and I am sticking with the show because you could see the potential, but kind of with every kind of sketch show and comedy show, like even you think about like the two Ronnies, you know, who are so well known and so well regarded. Which, to be honest, I've only ever really with the two Ronnies, I've only seen like the odd few sketches, probably the most famous ones. You know, like the Mastermind sketch, the Four Candles sketch, and things like that. I mean, there's probably you know more sketches of the two Ronnies that they've done over the years that I probably haven't seen, but they're not the most famous ones, so I probably haven't seen them. But if you think about the time when the two Ronnies would have started, it would have probably taken them a while to get to that point where they get like the Four Candle sketches, like the Mastermind ones, which are so ingeniously clever, and they would have had sketches that were a bit meh. And I feel that this is the case with this show. It's trying to find its niche, and they're playing around with the different stuff to try and get it to that point. The one that I think kind of surprised me with this one was that sort of James Bond kind of sketch with the gambling. I actually found that quite funny, and it surprised me because if you spoke about the theme of it, you'd think it's probably not that funny. But actually, I like it as a parody of James Bond. My question for you guys is, what is the perception of Sean Connery and James Bond within Scotland? Because for me, James Bond as a character is, of course, a British institution. But I've never seen any James Bond movie. Rather, let me rephrase that. I've never seen any of the Sean Connery James Bond movies. If I've never seen any James Bond, that's weird. I've pretty much seen all of them from the sort of Pierce Brosnan era onwards. I'll be honest, I don't really remember any of the Daniel Craig ones. I remember seeing the odd Roger Moore ones growing up, and the favourite movie of mine that I remember a lot about was one that actually surprised a lot of people, and that was License to Kill. It was the second of the Timothy Dalton ones. I really liked that one because it was going a bit dark. But there's loads of people that just say like, oh, Sean Connery was just iconic as James Bond. He is the best and everything. So I'd be interested from my Scottish viewers, what is the perception of James Bond and Sean Connery, you know, in general? Let me know what your thoughts are with that. But that's going to do it for this episode of Chewing the Fat. And of course, if you are new, please do subscribe so you know when all of my Scottish content, along with all my other stuff, goes. Because of course, at the moment, I am doing Still Game. And I'm getting to that point where we're reaching that point where there's that, you know, that hiatus of the show when it ended with Series 6, and then it obviously didn't come back to Series 7 for, 9 or so years. And I'm still toying with the idea, do I pause Still Game and maybe do a little bit of Rabsy Nesbitt to kind of allow myself the similar kind of sense of having not seen Still Game for a little while? Do I just go straight in with Still Game? I'm toying with a few different ideas there. But yeah, Rabsy Nesbitt is a show that I will do in the future. I've seen some other stuff that I might potentially be interested in doing. I read upon something apparently called Scot Squad, which is sort of like a parody mockumentary kind of thing about Scottish policemen. And then there was another show that was like Two Sets of Neighbours or something. Was it like Two Doors Down or something like that? Which is a Scottish sitcom. You know, I've got a few other Scottish ideas, you know, floating around in the back of my mind. Let me know if there's stuff that you would like me to do on the channel. Let me know, and of course, I will always consider doing it because I like to do the audience suggestions, but you guys have got to suggest it to me if you'd like me to do it. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for joining me once again. For now, my name is Kevin. I am a geek, and you've been watching Kevin the Geek. Goodbye.